all the good people them from Zip and IRFM out there. But them ready for me? I can go to the good, beautiful story. Them not ready for me. All right. So here we are saying so now, because, you know, we just celebrate. There's something, in all the madness we are going, there's certain thing that is beautiful. You can take out, you know, beautiful things can come out sad stories. But, you know, the other day we celebrated the oldest living person on earth. That is what them say, right? She was the oldest living person on earth, according to these people who do those things. And she was a Jamaican. She died just when the whole heap of excitement started over her. She eventually died. But there's something about Jamaica that we need to really investigate, and is the longevity of people, especially people from them time. Them. I don't talk about that so now because we're not going to know. But we can predict from now, say, young people right now, now going to live to see them age. We're not putting no bad mouth on no young people, but 100 and over, I not seeing say you're going to have people that live them age there. You know, 50 years time and 60 years time. But we have to celebrate the long life of these people. There is a woman in England that celebrated her 110th birthday. And guess what? She's a Jamaican. Can you believe that? Them say she's one of 4 in England. And them say since she reached 100, every year she gets something from the Queen. Because I know the Queen gone at the 90th year old now.
She may be 110 years old today, but Amy Johnson is still going strong, both in voice and personality.
110. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, glory to God and high. 110.
Amy lives in the tiny Cumbrian village of Shap with her daughter Doreen, who's a mere 87. She moved here from Jamaica in the 60s to help with her grandchildren.
Who is it?
That's you when you first came over.
Hmm?
That's Amy Johnson when she first came over from Jamaica.
Amy's no stranger to cards from the Queen. She's had one every year since her 100th birthday.
It's the Queen of England.
Saying happy birthday to you.
God bless her.
To you. Amy now joins an elite group of so-called super centenarians, those who have reached the age of 110 or more. And there are thought to be only 4 of them here in the UK. Among her tips for a happy life, family, faith, and staying fit.
Singing, walking, working, and of course, the genes must have some contribution to make.
Indeed they must, and so must the laughter, of which, knowing Amy, there'll surely be lots, as she celebrates her special day with family and friends. Catherine Jacob, 5 News, Cumbria.
110-year-old and I laugh, them strong laugh, they believe you me. Me a 60-year-old and but me still a laugh still. But them say laughter is a good powerhouse for people. Laughter. Yeah, you can't just go around the place that screw up your face every day. Laughter, and you can't hear the woman at 110-year-old. She's powerful laughing. So that's beautiful because it's a Jamaican, and we have to celebrate that because, as we say, we are the longest living woman on earth, and now we hear of another woman who reached 110. That means that she's not the oldest now, but she's getting there. She's getting there. Now, IRFM now brings you a live outside broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Paul's headquarters in Kingston. We have over there is DJ Amber and ZJ Smurf. Yo!
Hey, what's up, MUTA? Good afternoon. How you doing?
Well, I'm not going to see you today.
I know. You hear me, though.
All right, mama.
All right, we're in Kingston. We're coming to you live from the Peter Tosh Museum. We're at Pulse headquarters, and it's a very exciting afternoon here as they get ready for the Peter Tosh Music Festival. So we want to invite all our listeners in earshot right now, wherever you are in Kingston, and you can come on over, especially like maybe after work, you know, maybe having a late lunch. Come on over, see what we're up to, because Saturday is a very exciting day at this very address. But I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to let the person who's in charge tell you all about it. I have with me Mr. Kingsley Cooper, chairman of Pulse and executive producer of the Peter Tosh Music Festival. Good afternoon, Mr. Cooper. Lovely to see you.
Wonderful to see you, Amber.
All right, so tell us a little about what's going to be happening here today leading up to Saturday.
Well, first of all, you are happening here. We have Ira in the house, we have you in the house, and you know, we have special arrangements here for the museum. If you, between today and Saturday, you know, the public is invited to come to the museum, and you can get admission for half price.
What? You're doing half price from today to Saturday?
Absolutely, because that is part of the whole celebrations of Peter's birthday and part of the music festival. So that's number one. Number two, we are enjoying Peter Tosh vibes. You know, we have music from Peter. We have celebrities coming to the museum, and we're going to be talking to you as well. And we even have some school children from my alma mater, Kingston College, coming to the museum, and from Alpha and from other institutions, and just members of the public coming in. So it's really something that we are looking forward to, and we have started already, and we are enjoying it. Tonight there's a special event by invitation, but you know, of course, that's just a start. Today is just a start, because then we're going to the symposium at UWI tomorrow evening, starting at 6. And then on Saturday we have the big concert, and that of course features the reunification of Peter's original band, Word, Sound and Power, with the likes of, you know, Santa Davis and Keith Sterling and Steve Golding and Robbie Lynn, and you know, that original aggregation with backup singers, Pam Hall, Gemmas, people like Donald Kinsey, the great guitarist, and you know, all of them are super talented musicians. They actually represent the very best of reggae. And then of course we have performances from Luciana and Queen Ifrica, Marcia Griffiths, Freddie McGregor, Tony Rebel, Nadine Sutherland, Zach Starkey, and Shush, and Zach is probably going to pass by here later on. He's a rocker with the band The Who and Oasis, yes, and he, you know, is a big Peter Tosh fan, so he's performing. And we have Big Jagger by a live link. Well, I shouldn't say live because it's recorded. But you know, he has a special message and a performance for the fans, because he himself is a Peter Tosh fan and recorded a number of songs with Peter. So you know, it's exceptional. Kimani Marley, IKEA, Jesse Royal. You know, it's going to be amazing.
You make it sound so normal, like, oh, it's just a night at Paul's on a Saturday. But really, it's pretty exciting with all these different acts coming. Are they going to be doing Peter's songs?
Yes, we have a combination of them doing one or two of Peter's songs and also one or two of their own songs. So you get the best of both worlds.
Sounds great. All right, so you said there's a symposium tomorrow, and then the show on Saturday. We're going to get more into the details about the symposium later on, but for now, we're inviting people. I'm sitting right outside. The Ira truck is on the road, so you can't miss it, right at the front of Pulse. Just come on, tell them the exact address. And for people who don't know town, but they're just in town, how they get here.
3088 Trafalgar Road, and it's right in front of the one park that's on Trafalgar Road, between Holborn Road and Ruthven Road. So you can't miss it. And as you said, the Irish truck is right here. You come from either the New Kingston end, from Knutsford Boulevard, or you come from the Devon House end. But either way, we're just a stone's throw from either side of Trafalgar Road, Pulse Center at 38A.
Not far from Crossroads, not far from Halfway Tree, not far from anywhere. Just come on over.
And there's one other thing I want to add, because on the Sunday, there's an excursion to Belmont, Westmoreland, which is Peter's resting place, where his mausoleum is. And it's a beautiful place right by the sea. It's a wonderful experience. So that is something that we also want to do.
All right, so we're going to remind people of all these different things in celebration of Peter Tosh's birthday. Thank you so much for the time. I know you're going to be very busy this evening, so we'll link up again later on.
Thank you for having me. It's wonderful to have Ira in the house. And everybody, you're welcome. Come to the Peter Tosh Museum. Have a great experience. It's a wonderful thing to remember Peter and to share his legacy. And, both for persons who are mature as well as young people who need to understand the foundation on which their freedom is built.
All right, thank you so much. That was Mr. Kingsley Cooper, chairman of Pulse and executive producer of the Peter Tosh Music Festival. And I'm going to check out the museum, MUTA. I've never been inside, so it's going to be my first time. Yeah, it's going to be my first time.
All right.
I'm sure. So all right, and we'll give you more details. After 3. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, MUTA.
Yes, that was a live outside broadcast from the launch at the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Pulse headquarters in Kingston, and that was DJ Amber. So, we'll go through some thinking of where that drive come along and watch here, and 3 things jump out of the media. This lady where use a machete and beat her child, and it has become a national debate about this beating up this child. And this argument about reparation, that we're seeking for reparation. There's certain things that we never even check, even in the Bible, because Jamaica is supposed to be this Christian nation. And everybody tell me, say, the Bible is the word of God. And I don't think the word of God can change overnight, just so. It's not supposed to change as a matter of fact. Now, the argument about disciplining children, most Jamaicans, all right, I could put it from the beginning. Most Jamaicans, the reason why them is against homosexuality is because them say it in the Bible. And God say you must stone homosexuals to death. I don't hear the LGBT or whosoever lobby for move that from the eyesight and the ears of children who read the Bible. Because if it is the word of God, and it say, any man that lie with a man must be stoned to death. And true now the farmer slaves stick to that. And then we hear the people them who give them the Bible say, look we know that the Bible about here and we now work with that again. And that means now we who is farmer slaves must now say, all right, that can't work in a civilized time. Yeah. Now, if it can't work at the civilized time, yeah, it means, and if that we were told is the word of God, even though it's Moses that said these things according to them, then we should have really crossed out that out of the book. Because no one wants to stone people because of them sexual orientation, even though we hear artists get up and say it. And a whole heap of people in Jamaica would do it. But we don't want to do that because we passed that level. So we have to tamper with the word of God. Now, next thing, this woman that beat the child with the machete, I don't know how much people know that in the Bible, in a Deuteronomy, it says that if a child disobey their parent and the child is spoken to and the child continues, that child must be taken in front of the elders of the city. And these elders must authorize the stoning of that child to death. For the disobedient child, the penalty of disobedience according to the Bible is death. No, I ask Jamaican people who are listening to me, would you stone your child to death because of disobedience? Because I hear a man call me one night and sound like him would have do it. Yeah, a man call me one night and say, him say beat him picnic and her foot, her hand swell up. And when she go to school, she can't write. You know, I should have played, but next time for that. But him say she can't write. And the teacher them send her home back. And when I say, brethren, they know that go, him say, oh, children get kicked and boxed down. And I say, right, no, I must say, gone back a time and now. I'm too forward thinking for really figure say a man that do that to him picnic and feel good about it, say him a discipline the picnic. The Bible say you must kill your picnic if the picnic disobedient. That's what it say in a Deuteronomy. If a child get disobedient and not hear what you say, and you talk to the child and the child still not hear what you say, they must carry it out of the city and stone them to death. No, I don't know who that would agree with that, righteous or no. I don't think the majority of picnic the majority of parents, they would have beat them picnic. Because me know say if the woman did have beat her picnic and the machine chat the picnic should have weep and wail till she can't weep and wail no more. So that is not in our thinking because that is the last judgment. So the Bible say you must stone your picnic to death. Now, if you don't agree with that, I would figure say maybe you want to really tamper with the word of God because I get brought up here so these things is the word of God. Killing homosexual is the word of God. You know, even if you wear certain cloth together, you must be stoned to death. It's a weird thing. So, me don't know how to see it. Me don't know how to see it because me don't feel say the woman the picnic must be stoned to death. Oh, sorry, I think you said the Jews are going to read outside. Sorry. Sorry. We're going to come back to the reasoning. It's news time. Sorry about it.
Good afternoon. I am Patrice Walters with the local and international headlines. A man has pleaded guilty to murder and 3 counts of wounding with intent in the Home Circuit Court as part of sentence reduction day. Former employee Omar Graham was charged in relation to an attack on staff at Moncrief's Patio Shop in St. Andrew in March. Allegations are that Graham, who was fired by the operators of the business, returned there on March 24 and attacked employees with a blunt object. Co-owner of the establishment, Barbara Moncrief, was beaten to death and 3 other employees were hospitalized with serious injuries. He is to be sentenced on December 15. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the National Housing Trust NHT is on track to deliver approximately 7,000 housing solutions for the 2017 calendar year. Mr. Holness, in his budget presentation in March this year, said the NHT would have commenced construction of more than 5,000 solutions and that completion of the works would have been done in more than 1,000 across 8 parishes. He says NHT contributors in St. Andrew, St. Catherine, Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover and St. James will benefit from the projected housing solutions valued at $28.6 billion. Mr. Holness also reiterates that the NHT is on track with its projected 4-year target of starting some 15,000 housing solutions by 2020. In news overseas, a red bandana has become the new symbol of protest in Mogadishu, Somalia, as anger over the city's most destructive bomb attack is boiling over onto the streets. Men and women in the city, security officers, even government officials are all wearing a piece of red cloth around their foreheads to show unity and solidarity for the hundreds of people killed and injured in Saturday's massive truck bombing. The crowd chanted anti-Al-Shabaab slogans as they waited for the mayor of Mogadishu, the Prime Minister and the President to arrive. Finally, EU leaders have urged British Prime Minister Theresa May to do more to break the deadlock in the Brexit negotiations as they gather for a crunch Brussels summit. Dutch Prime Minister said a lot more clarity on the UK's financial offer was needed before talks could progress. German Chancellor Angela Merkel said there were encouraging signs, but that progress so far was not sufficient to open trade talks. However, Ms. Merkel suggested this could happen in December. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is next at 5:45. From the RFM Newsroom, I'm Patrice Walters.
Razor, we just talk about how we develop some Christian mind, Judo-Christian mindset, use the Bible as the word of God, and then we kind of alter it based upon the time where we're in. So these 3,000-year-old, 4,000-year-old law cannot be applied to we who is living in this time in the 21st century. We have to really figure it out. No, it doesn't matter of reparation. The Bible sanctions reparation, you know. The Bible talk about reparation, not using those words, but it talk about when slaves don't work and tired and you can't work no more, they must be given reparation. And in those days it was livestock. These are the words that is written in this Judeo-Christian Bible that people claim to follow, but it's just follow at them own little thinking, or them disregard it and say we are now in the New Testament. Yet still them still adhere to the 10 Commandments, which is in the Old Testament. You know, so we don't know. I don't know, because I am not really a Judeo-Christian mindset. My mind not into that thinking. But I grew up with it like most Jamaicans, and I realized that there's certain things in it that I couldn't maintain in my life right now, given what I know now, not what I know then. Because most Jamaicans don't have nothing to balance what them grew up and learn and what them inform themselves about. Them just stuck in a 4,000 years ago. So, if the Bible say you must kill homosexuals, I never kill no homosexual, you know. That means I am going against the word of God. And if the Bible say you must kill your picnic because disobedient, I never kill my picnic. So I go against the word of God. Yet still, it's not the Bible tell I say I must get reparation, you know. It's an innate human thinking that when you look on the atrocities and knowing the history of this atrocity, we know say reparation is a just cause. So when you hear people say reparation, people don't talk about why them things they done for a long time and where you want for a long time forget about these things. No, it's not so it go. It's not so it go. You don't want to. Maybe you can forgive, but you're not going to forget. And that is the problem with African people. We keep going on like things is okay, and our daily living is outrageous. Look at now how white people set up a constitution. Because we have to say white people because the people them who's called our founding fathers of Jamaica were embedded in the constitutions that come from Britain, our former colonial masters, and still in some ways our still colonial masters. And when I check it and I say, but wait, we are members of the Commonwealth. Australia is a member of the Commonwealth. And according to where I go read the other day, you see the same Cameron man there, where you call the Prime Minister, original Prime Minister, Cameron, or one of the Prime Ministers, you know, say, them can come here, come live for over a year and run for Parliament, in a parliamentarian election, just by being a member of the Commonwealth. In other words, you know, Cameron can be the Prime Minister of Jamaica and not be a citizen, but because he is a Commonwealth citizen. And we are part of the Commonwealth. So they have a youth, you know, where he is a Canadian, but because the Commonwealth thinking grip way, we don't see it as a problem for a non-citizen be a parliamentarian. It's like, it's mind-boggling how we don't even recognize the weirdness of that. That anybody can come here from the Commonwealth, live here for how much year? For 1 year, not even 10 years. Him there long. But you can live here for you're over 21 and you live here for a certain length of time. You can't go run in a parliament. I don't know if that is something where I want to agree with, brethren. A non-citizen who is not a citizen. I think say logically you have to be a citizen for be a parliamentarian and represent the people them. I don't care what I want to say, because that open a whole heap of can of worms to open up, you know. If you say yes, a guy come here and just, you understand? Whether I have to do good or bad, but there's certain legislation that must go through legal, and not legislation, but issues that confront it because of the Europeans. Anyway, we want to tell you this now for the special part draw up next. Yes, we're waiting for it. So, we want to talk to Frank Phipps, attorney at law, about two things. We want to talk to him about what we saw in the Parliament the other day and this Dr. Alexis thing. Yes. DJ Amber. What's Smurf there? What's Smurf there?
He's here playing the music. Electric boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
Okay,
that's what's going on right here.
All right,
him the right here, Malicio. Him say, big up yourself. All right. So we're on the grounds right now, and as a matter of fact, the excitement has been building since we last spoke, MUTA. So we have some schools coming in as part of giving some school tours of the museum. Of course, in the museum, you know, you can find some artifacts and some stuff that are original things from Peter Tosh or associated with Peter Tosh. It's really for the fans and for those who want to know he's a big part of the music from, you know, way back when. So now we have Kingston College going in on their tour, and when they come out later, I'll hear what they have to say about it. And of course, this is just one part of the entire celebrations for Peter Tosh's birthday. Today's his birthday. And joining me to tell me more, I have Peter Tosh's daughter, Nyambe McIntosh, and she is head of the Peter Tosh estate. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. So how are you? Feeling excited on your dad's birthday?
Oh, of course, of course. It's really nice that, you know, every year we get to come together and bring the family together and come to celebrate in such a big way.
Nice. So today, like I was saying to the listeners, is only the start, because from this evening onwards, you guys are going to be busy doing a lot of exciting stuff. Tell us more.
Right. And so tonight we have the Peter Tosh Gala, which is happening over at Spanish Court. And so that's invitation only. But if, you know, you weren't invited, make sure you go out to the symposium tomorrow at the University of West Indies Mona campus. And so there's going to be a lot of great conversations that discuss how my father's music is still relevant today with so many issues that are happening in society today. And then Saturday we have the concert, a really big concert, and Sunday is the Reggae My Lightest excursion out to Belmont. And so the buses are full for that, but anyone can join us in Belmont and come on the property and make sure they just hail up the king.
And it's pretty easy to find anybody traveling on the south coast or even coming down from Kingston. It's on the main road, Belmont Main Road. Coming from Kingston, it would be on your right, and from Westmoreland side, it's on your left. All right, and you can see it there. There's pictures. There's beautiful stuff for you to see. So I hope people go out for that on Sunday. The buses are full already. Wow, that's exciting. Tell us about the lineup for Saturday night.
And so Saturday night, I'm most excited because of my bias to see my niece, Jazara Tosh. She will be performing for the first time here in Jamaica. And then I'm obviously excited for Andrew. We have Marcia Griffith. We have Luciano. We have so many other artists. We have a special video appearance from Mick Jagger, and Queen Ifrica is going to be performing, Tony Rebel. The list just continues. I could keep going.
It sounds great. Yeah. I think already they've got their money's worth with just what you've said.
Right.
All right. What time does it start?
So the event is starting at 7:30, 8:30? 8:30, yes.
And the band is reunited, your father's band. Isn't that awesome?
That's wonderful. The original Word, Sound, and Power band. And if anyone didn't make it last year, oh my goodness, they missed the show. And they're just a wonderful band. You have some of the greatest musicians to come together to celebrate.
I can imagine what it's going to be like, because it's Peter Tosh's birthday plus reggae with so many artists performing to live band. You know, the band, it does a whole lot of different things for you.
There's nothing like it. Nothing like it. So anyone new in town, definitely make sure this is an event that you do not want to miss.
Where do they want to come for the event?
And so you want to come down to the Peter Tosh Museum, Trafalgar Road, at the Pulse Center. If you need more information, make sure you check out petertosh.com. All of the information is there.
All right, nice. And where are tickets available? Here, I'm sure.
Yes, the tickets are available here at the Peter Tosh Museum, 38 Trafalgar Road.
All right, we'll talk some more. All the best. And what do you want to say to your dad on his birthday before you go?
I'm just humbled and honored to be, you know, have that Tosh blood going through my veins. So happy birthday, Pops. I love you.
All right, there you go, MUTA. That's a wrap for right now. Nyambe McIntosh, Peter Tosh's daughter, telling us all about this very exciting weekend of celebrations for Peter Tosh's birthday. MUTA, you know, earlier I tell me I'm going to a museum, but I had to let the students go. So later me tell you what my experience, all right?
All right, Mama, give thanks.
All right.
Yeah. That was a live outside broadcast on the launch of the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Paul's headquarters in Kingston, Trafalgar Road to be exact. Okay. We want to talk to the lawyer here. We hope we can get him, but we just talk about the idea of not being a citizen of Jamaica, but becoming a representative, a political representative in the House of Parliament. I don't know the law, but we want to find out if this, like me now, could have go to Canada and run in an election and get nominated in the Canadian Parliament. I'd really like to find that out. So we want to hail up a good friend of mine, even though it's my father or grandfather, but I consider him to be a very eminent person. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, MUTA. How are you?
I am quite okay, and I was really feeling good to know that we sat together in Parliament.
Wasn't it a wonderful occasion?
It was a wonderful occasion, but I don't think I want to experience it again.
And I was very impressed with the Prime Minister's speech where he made the point that Jamaicans do not unite amongst one thing. We don't agree on one thing, like your flag or your anthem or something. You know?
But they actually agreed on this thing.
Yes?
They agreed on the idea of the removing of the law to criminalize the heroes. They agreed on it.
Yes.
Unanimously.
Yes.
So that was good.
But look how long it took.
May I tell you, I want to really give thanks because we know that you was a one who shaped the legal terminologies for really bring it to that level.
Well, I didn't do much in that. What I was dealing with is the reparation.
Yeah, sorry, the reparation I was really talking about. Yeah, the reparation, yes. And tell me something.
We got to use their own laws and beat them on it.
Yes.
You know?
All right.
Because I saw where my MP Henry said, and they reported where he said he wants to sue the Queen.
Yes.
But before you sue the Queen, let us use the Queen to put the British government on the manners.
Trial. All right, so I ask you a question. If the Queen is not there and our successor is there, it's not the same idea. I would have to start over the process again.
No, the same idea. It's the succession of authority.
Okay.
It doesn't change the moment like how Parliament changes your paper change.
But I was listening to something that you were saying, and you say about make us not try to remove the Queen now because we need to get this reparation thing.
Right, because the idea that we have is that the Queen is the Queen of Jamaica according to our Constitution.
Yes.
Law is administered in the name of the Queen. Parliament, she's the head of Parliament, she's the head of the judiciary, she's the head of the executive, and therefore as the head of state, although a representative is the Governor General, as head of state, the people always have a right to go to your head of state to seek redress for any injury or damage you suffer.
Yes.
Fortunately now, the Queen of England is also the Queen of the Queen in England is also the Queen of the government of the United Kingdom.
Yes.
So if the people of Jamaica suffer some hardship, they can say to the Queen, well, listen to me. Your government in England is the one who is hurting me, you know.
Yes.
To put it this way, we get protection from her under the Constitution.
Yes. So you're saying
and the UK government are accountable to her for their action.
All right. So you're saying now that if we remove ourselves from the Commonwealth, it would mean that she have no, she don't have to agree or amend anything that we have. No.
The Commonwealth has nothing to do with it. If we remove the Queen from the Constitution of Jamaica,
yes,
it has nothing to do with the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth is just that former British colonies form an association.
No, so that wouldn't affect the reparation movement.
No. It can't affect the reparation at all.
Okay.
Can't affect it. But before you get rid of the Queen, let us use her.
Yes.
To beat down the government of the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Because the Anglican Church, the Anglican Church that we have here in England.
Yes.
The head of that Anglican Church is the Queen.
Definitely. Yes.
And the Anglican Church has apologized for slavery.
Yes.
So how come?
I'm told that Queen Elizabeth I did apologize too.
No, the Queen has not apologized.
No, Queen Elizabeth I.
Oh, Queen Elizabeth I says it was a dastardly thing to move people from Africa.
Yes.
And may heaven have the curse of heaven fall upon them.
Yes, yes.
Queen Elizabeth condemn it completely.
Yes, the first.
It is wrong. Queen Elizabeth I said to be good to use Queen Elizabeth II.
Yes, yes. No, we just want to make the people them understand what is happening here. That the first Queen Elizabeth I condemned slavery.
Yes, and said that British people mustn't get involved in it at all.
Yes.
We have a record on that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry I didn't bring it with me because I'd have read it aloud to you.
Yes. So the reparation that we seek now, and we hear that the group of Caribbean leaders under this CARICOM is now recognizing that it is a just cause and they must rally beside this cause.
Well, let me put it this way. Yes, I agree with that, but it's slightly different thing why we're putting Jamaica first in the firing line is because some of these countries were under French rule at one stage, under Spanish rule at another stage.
Yes.
So it will cause a lot of conflicting arguments. You follow me?
Yes.
Where you're going to divide the cake to France and peace to
Spain,
to Spain and peace to England. So in Jamaica case, it is always the British Empire.
Yes.
So we don't have to deal with that. Secondly, some of these other islands also have the Tainos, the original people.
Yes.
So the question of genocide applies to them. That's a further argument that can be put in their favor. It can be put in Jamaica's favor. So we're going with a clean sheet, going straight with a clear arrow.
To the Queen.
Yes, and if we succeed on that, they can come in too, and we hope we get their support.
Yes.
But then we don't want to confuse or dilute the focus of our argument.
Yes, definitely.
By the fact that the French are involved, that the genocide didn't apply to anybody in Jamaica.
All right, I want to shift the focus. I want to shift the focus from the reparation to this story and this argument going around about Dr. Alexis and his running as parliamentarian.
Yes.
In Jamaica, not being a citizen. Oh, you see that?
Well, what has happened, and I'm basing what I say among the reports that I have, and the reports are that this Dr. Alexis, who is running for election in St. Mary, is a Canadian citizen, and he has no Jamaican citizenship, because it's reported that he said he didn't have time, he was busy, he didn't have time to stand up in a line to wait for Jamaican citizenship. But be that as it may, the Constitution says that you are eligible to be elected to Parliament if you are a Canadian citizen who has been here for the past, 12 months or something like that. You know? Now that is very strange. Because this, according to what the report, this man has no connection to Jamaica, whether by birth or by parenthood or by acquisition.
He's married to a Jamaican.
We chase out Darrell Vaz, who had dual citizenship, Jamaica and another country. But this man has no Jamaican citizenship at all. And you want to put him in Parliament. That law is bad. That law is bad. And when you remember that to go to Canada, we as Jamaicans must get a visa to enter Canada.
And England.
And England, but we're dealing with Canada now where this man is. How can you have a visa to go to that man's country? That man can come here and run for election, can become the Prime Minister of Jamaica, you know.
Because of the Commonwealth connection with the
Commonwealth.
Colonial system law.
Yes, and the Commonwealth is a group of independent former colonies of the empire. That's not right. That can't be right.
I don't think it can be right either.
It can't be right.
So what you think?
But then the point is, you know, MUTA, is that law that says he can run is deeply entrenched in our constitution. You know, government can't just change it so. You have to go up to the procedure about 2/3 in the House, and it must remain in the House for so many months before it can go to the Senate, and it must be 2/3 majority in the Senate, and it must remain in the Senate for so many months before it can go any further. And if there's any person dissenting to it, then you have got to refer to the people, all the people who are on the electoral list, something like a referendum for the people to decide. It's deeply entrenched, deeply, deeply entrenched.
All right, you were saying that we as a Commonwealth citizen cannot go to Canada and become members of Parliament?
No, Canada, you have to be elected to Parliament. You have to be a citizen. Mm-hmm. And to be vote in Canada. To vote, you have to be a citizen.
You have to be a citizen to vote.
Yes,
Not just a matter of being a member of the Commonwealth.
How what?
Not just being a member of the Commonwealth.
No, not just being a member of the Commonwealth. You have to be a citizen to vote, a citizen of Canada. And to be elected a representative in their Parliament, they call it the House of Commons, you have to be a citizen. Yes. But we are open it and whosoever will may come.
Well, the thing where I have with it, you know, in a party with a group of people who is very knowledgeable about certain things, why them couldn't just tell him, say, them never know, say he was not citizen. I don't know if them never know he was not citizen.
I agree with you. If they didn't know, they must say to him, no, boy, we can't support you, you know. And we're going to ask our people not to vote for you.
Yeah. Because you know it's kind of a bitter taste, not because it is constitutional, but that don't mean say the law can deal with the law and not justice too. You know.
You remember the Prime Minister made that point? Law doesn't necessarily mean it is right.
Yes.
And that's what our national heroes fought against.
That is why they know
something is right in law, but it is wrong.
Yes, yes.
That's the big point he was making in Parliament. You were there, we sat beside each other.
Yes.
You know, so not because this law says your Commonwealth citizen can do this. A responsible political party should say this is contrary to our feeling of democracy and the integrity of our state. We will not support that law.
Yeah, the law was there to protect the colonial masters in the beginning.
It looks
because Henry Morgan, who was a murderer, was the governor of Jamaica one time.
Exactly.
He was a thief and a crook, and he was called Sir Henry Morgan. That he may have a whole place in Jamaica name for him.
Morgan Valley.
You know, so it's like we kind of, I don't know, it's a lopsided thing. And we need to correct the lopsidedness of the thing, you know.
We have to re-look at our Constitution, the whole of it.
Yes.
Not just the Bill of Rights. Let's look at the Bill of Rights, but the whole of it, you know, to reflect the Jamaican people. You see, new people were created, you know, because the indigenous people were destroyed by the Spaniards,
Yes.
And you realize that black people in Jamaica of African ethnicity lasted from the Spanish were here in 1494 right up to today. That's the only ethnic group that has been consistent in Jamaica for all these years as the majority people. That's a hell of a responsibility, you know.
Of course.
And we never had a voice where we could take anybody to court to demand our rights according to the system then until 1962, when we now have a voice that we can form a government representing us, the people of Jamaica,
and change what we want
to do what is necessary for our protection.
Yes. All right.
It is.
I could jump from that now. The last thing we have, I just want you explain something to me. I don't know if you're...
I'm going to send you a bill, you know.
Yeah, no. I don't know. Send me the bill, man. If you see me again, give me the bill. All right, look here. I don't know if you're familiar with the Patrick Powell case that they call the X6.
Yes, a little bit from the newspaper report.
All right. Patrick Powell was found guilty for not turning in his gun.
Yes.
Right? And he was, I think them said 12 months or something like that.
Some short term of imprisonment.
But now we hear that he's been asked to pay $2 million for a case that him never get charged for. Which is the...
No, he was charged for the murder and he got away.
Yes.
Now, in a criminal court, when you're charged for a murder, they must prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt.
Yes.
But if the victim or the relatives of the victim can still sue that man.
Okay.
because of the loss of life of their son or daughter, whoever it is. And when you sue now, the standard of proof is low.
Okay.
So you can get a judgment against him.
So this $2 million is a judgment from the family against him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's not as high. It happened, do you remember, in this this footballer in America named O.J. Simpson?
O.J. Simpson, yes.
The same thing happened, get off the criminal case. But when the family of the girl who was killed sue him, the court felt that they should be compensated.
Okay. All right, Mr. Fix, I don't want my money, I don't want my bill. I don't want my bill go up no further, so I'll
write it down.
Give thanks.
Nice talking with you, eh?
Yeah, man, give thanks. Yes.
Take care.
Yeah, that was Frank Phibbs, lawyer. Yes, but I was trying to put certain things into perspective, and yes, this is the stepping razor. This is the stepping razor, the art of war, you know. I just had think upon this thing about this one-sided thing. And I want to know people, well, not people, but the people them who overweigh us or no, legislate and this and that. If them not see the one-sidedness of this thing, because this up half away the lawyer just tell you a while ago, Frank Phibbs just tell you a while ago. We as Commonwealth citizens can't go to Canada and vote by just being a Commonwealth citizen. You have to be a citizen. You can't just go there and say you just come up. Just like how him there so now. Right? Him are no citizen of Jamaica, but him can run in a parliament. We can't go, according to where Frank Phibbs tell you, so we can't go to Canada and just go run in an election so because we're part of the Commonwealth. So then obviously say the idea is in the interest of the colonial master them when they make this thing how they make it. You know, see, because we still have to go a visa to go to Canada, you know. And we are Commonwealth. That means being a Commonwealth. What is the purpose of being a Commonwealth if we can't share the same things than what these Commonwealth nations do? Because remember, say, England is the head authority, you know, because the money still upon the Queen, still upon Canadian money. The Canadian them have that leeway because it's white people. We as African people, they also know from the farmer colonies them now. We don't share the same thing, you know. It's like when Malcolm X said, sitting at the table don't make you a diner, you have to be eating. You know, see, you can't just sit around the table, everybody eat and say, boy, you're a diner too. You have to be eating too. So we being a part of the Commonwealth, what is the purpose of being part of the Commonwealth? You have to have visa to go to Canada. You have to have visa to go to England. An English person can come here and spend 1 year, over 21, and run in a parliament. We can't just go there so without being citizenship and running a parliament. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense because the Constitution says so. The Constitution needs to be reformed and changed because it's not serving the interest of the majority of people in Jamaica. It was put there after some mentality that was designed by Europe. That European designs legislate Constitution we have. There's so much thing that is against the people in the Constitution. And you have to sit down in a parliament, this full parliament thing where these guys sit down in a... Me now go back in there and I'm go in a parliament. No, I'm going to a parliament because sit down there and I say, no, really and truly, no, them people that run my life. And then I think in my mind, you know. I feel like look at Mr. Phibbs and say, Mr. Phibbs, me never know, say, really, I saw them go on in this place. I'm a man look at me and say, MUTA, I chew, you don't know. What a nice days them days. I must chew, Uno India, why they go on so nice? Because the brother say, them go on worse than that, I say, them man you run my life, Rasta? No, sir, it can't be, man. Them now listen to one another, one man attack, and everybody attack over the next man, and them use them cell phone and where the brother name where the brother we come out against Alexis the other day, the GLP Vaz, Darrell Vaz, a bad boy that's in a parliament, you know. No, Darrell Vaz, him not listen to nothing, you know. Him just step on himself phone and that. It between him and Shah, I say, wait, No, Rasta, studying people are going in this place, yeah. No, that's enough for me. These are the queen, are the queen area that, you know. These are the place where the queen set the law them and destroy laws with the voice slave them, because the voice slave them is intact. They're doing quite a good job for the queen. So we hear Sleepy, I'm a brethren, you know. I have to talk to Sleepy, though. So Sleepy have a brethren, though, right? Sleepy have a brethren. Trust me, just like how Babs have a brethren. See, I can't say Babs the parade. She said I can't say it. I don't know if I keep saying Sleepy, but me and my brethren. Him say me and my brethren, right? So me and my brethren. From a man say you and my brethren, you and my brethren. Me not go fight it. Me and my brethren, right? Me not look no afraid from it, but me and my brethren, all right? So, Sleepy call me name in the parliament, you know. You want to hear him call me name about? It's a weird thing that the man call me name in the parliament. I'm slowly saying, what? He call me name in the parliament, right? That's what me. And 2 times they call me name in the parliament, you know. The other one call me name too, you know. Mike Henry call me name too, you know. It wasn't dispiriting, but Sleepy, trust me, Sleepy, I try to lick back at me now, but you know, Sleepy tell me half here, say, I did go say something else, but he hold it back. But I not tell you him saying did I go say no, you know, because that's how the Prime Minister I get jealous. The Prime Minister I get jealous, I say, weird. Sleepy, what you doing here? What you saying there? You know, you understand? But, alright, sir.
From IRA FM, I would like to acknowledge my schoolmate, Kabu, who is in the audience, as well as my good friend, MUTA Baruka, who seems to make a lot of money out of me and my statements.
No! Hey, give me the telephone book. Give me the telephone book. I'm a box to sell for this. Give me the telephone book. Yes. I tell you. No, we are there, I'm play it back. I'm play it back. You know what I'm saying? I sit down there and I hear MUTA Baruch, I say, I ask everybody beside me now, what him say? Him say something about MUTA Baruch, I don't know what him say. But no, me hear what him say. It did it still? Yeah. It did it. All right. So I can play it back. You hear him say me and my friend? My good friend. So me and my friend. Alright? So him can't say when me can't say what me want to say, him can't say what he want to say. Understand? So make me hear what him say, I know.
From IRA FM, I would like to acknowledge my schoolmate, Kabu, who is in the audience, as well as my good friend, MUTA Baruka, who seems to make a lot of money out of me and my statements.
No, believe you me, I need to respond to this thing publicly. Sleepy, but why you tell me what statement you make that we could have made money and fight? This sound like Obia man thing, you know. This is some Obia. No, Sanjay. No, wait there. He make tune and me I call it payroll, what them call it, payroll and fight. Him statement, them turning on music, no, me have to call it money and fight. Me I make money and fight statement them. I wonder if him want RFM come down for me, say me I take payola. If I play him statement. And if I don't watch out. Bunted, you know, so me call Bunted name more than we call him there when Bunted is our minister. Bunted get more licks from it than him, you know. But him say me and him a friend. At that now. Him say me and him a friend that me can still call him Sleepy. You know when I'm friend, him say MUTA. You know, say me got to him say, me and Miss Mantic you a friend, you know. But him a try to figure out why me call him Sleepy. I say, why MUTA call you Sleepy? Him say, boy, I don't know, you know. So I don't know if that I make the money. Him say me them. Why I have to go in a business with him, you know? Because I know him uncle. I talked to him uncle already. And now I hear him call me in a parliament. Sit down right there, so I hear him talk about me in a parliament. And now I see it is recorded now that him say me make money off of him. You think me can sue him for that? No, me I wonder, me think I can sue him for that. Me can call Frank Phipps to get an answer. If me can sue him for that. I say, which part of the money there? You know, Mr. Montague, me I tell you the truth, you know. Would I love make some money off of you? Yes, would I love make some money off of you. So here what you're gonna do. You're gonna call me. And me, you're gonna talk about how me can make some money off of you. Because I really love me. I don't feel no way to make some money off of you. But here I want to tell you now. You see, my China friend them who not embarrass me because you know the road where the Chinese embassy upon, some big hole upon the road. That is very embarrassing. That is very embarrassing. Then I did drive on upon the road, you know the road where from Lady Musgrave to it connect to Old Hope Road there, where the Chinese embassy there. If you see the old them upon the road, and me ask about weird. This is embarrassing, man. The Chinese them will give away the best road them and thing. Feed them road, the embassy the pan road, we have some big hole there. Though that's very embarrassing because when I go to them now, them are going to say, but you know, to say your government are treat me bad. Me don't want them to say that. Anyway, we could go back to this thing. IRFM now brings you a live outside broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum Pulse headquarters in Kingston. Over now to DJ Amber. DJ Amber.
Hey, thank you for... Hey, MUTA, you know, I was just listening to you about you and the minister. And just now, I went into the Peter Tosh Museum and had my look. And I'm in there, I hear this voice. And I look around and it's MUTA Baruka. On the TV screen.
They don't know, so they're omnipresent.
You're famous bad. That's why the minister have to say what him say.
No, but I don't even talk about it at the museum. A Peter Tosh we talk about at the museum.
A Peter Tosh we talk about, that's right. You know, I heard the voice and I just looked around and I smiled. I'm like, all right.
That's beautiful.
You know,
beautiful.
It's all good. Yeah, man. So we have some more students here. We have the Alpha students, MUTA, and to our listeners as well. We have some brothers and sisters coming through as well. And some persons who are involved in the organizing of this. The students are waiting to do their tour and to learn more about Peter Tosh. Today is his birthday, and part of the celebrations include what's happening here today. Now, I also want to tell you about what's coming up tomorrow, and to help me do that, I have Dr. Michael Barnett of UWI Mona. Good afternoon, Dr. Barnett. How are you?
Yes, Amber. Great.
All right.
You know?
So I get to understand you're the chairperson for the symposium, which will be tomorrow, by the way. It's the annual Peter Tosh Symposium, this time under the theme Equal Rights and Justice, examining Peter Tosh as the voice of the down-pressed. All right. So tell us about what's going to happen tomorrow.
Well, tomorrow we got a great array of panelists who will talk to Peter Tosh as the agitator and advocate for equal rights for one and all, you know. We have Professor Caroline Cooper, Jasmine Rand, civil rights lawyer. We have I. Jabalani Tafari, Rastafari, journalist and author. Dr. Ajamu Nangwa, Nyambe Tosh, you know, representing the Peter Tosh family. And myself as a chairperson, we're going to have musical performances by Jazara Tosh, granddaughter of Peter Tosh, Nexus, Historyman, and some surprise artists, you know. So it's going to be great. I mean, Jasmine is going to talk to equal rights in terms of legalization of the herb. She's going to talk about the criminalization of black males in the U.S. as well as in JA. I don't know if Nyambe gave much information, but unfortunately, Jawara Tosh, you know, he fell victim to the incarceration system in the U.S. Unfortunately, right now, he was beaten to a pulp, you know. I mean, he's in a comatose. It doesn't look good, you know. I mean, brain damage, a lot of brain injuries. So I know Jasmine is helping them. I'm going to basically sue the prison system in New Jersey, you know, because, you know, you go in and you're supposed to have, you know,
right,
serious, you know.
All right. Okay, so she'll talk about that, and I'm sure that we will hear much more from the other presenters. What time do you start?
Yeah, we're starting at 6 o'clock sharp at the
6 p.m.
Tomorrow. Yeah, Interfaculty Lecture Theatre, which is on the campus. It's near Juicy Patties on the UA Mona campus. And as I say, yeah, so I want to speak. I got to speak to Peter Tosh's advocacy for equal rights, and Peter's a Pan-Africanist, and you know, he encompasses so much more than just the advocacy for the legalization of herb. The other thing is that we are going to also hear from Professor Carolyn Cooper, who was able to interview him after the Super Jam concert in '83 and speak to Peter's inside view on the music industry. Because for Peter, a lot of injustice did occur inside the music industry as well as outside, in terms of the general public milieu, So the bottom line is that this will be a very information-packed and entertaining symposium, because we have several musical performances. Artists are going to perform on tracks, but it's going to be like a prelude for the concert happening on Saturday, right here at Pulse,
Sounds great, man. And it's free. People are invited to come on out and participate, learn something about Peter Tosh and all the other things that you just heard Dr. Barnett speak about. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amber. Yeah, man. Tomorrow, Interfaculty Lecture Theatre, 6 o'clock.
All right, be on time, people. All right, and joining me right now for a quick chat, I have a teacher here, and he's from KC. He is Mr. Jomo Korenga. Did I get your name right?
Yes.
All right, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
All right, so you're here with what grade, or is it different grades?
It's actually 12 and 13 grades.
Oh, okay. All right, so big boys.
And the head boy and his deputies are here as well.
All right. You guys organized to be a part of today. Tell us why and what Peter Tosh means to you.
All right. We were invited here by Kinsey Cooper. He's a KC old boy. And so he had called the school and invited us here. Peter Tosh for us, for me, is a pioneer of reggae music. And he's, was a revolutionary person. He was someone who stand up for our cause, and I think it's something good for the young generation to look up to, a person to look up to and emulate.
All right, so when you went inside with the boys, what was their response like? And do you find that they know much about Peter Tosh?
Actually, yes, the students know. I mean, some stuff they didn't know, but they were reading up. They were actually reading up before they came, because they were, in case anyone asked them any questions. So they're those type of students.
All right, great. Big up to the KC boys in the house, grade 12 and 13. Hello, boys. Everything all right? All right, great, and thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
All right, so there you have it, MUTA. Another link from day one of the Peter Tosh birthday celebrations. You just heard about the symposium, and the tours continue. The music is here later on. They have an invitation-only party, and it goes all the way to Sunday to the Reggae My Lighties road trip to Belmont. All right, MUTA?
When the party start?
The party start now. I tell you, a party start now on the show.
All the way till Sunday?
Yes, the show is Saturday. The symposium is tomorrow with some performances, including Peter's granddaughter. And then the big show on Saturday.
At 9 o'clock, people are going to their party said we are not me.
Where, tonight?
Yeah.
No, tonight they have the invitation-only party.
Where?
I think it's at one of the resorts nearby. It's not here though. Okay. It's not at Pulse.
You can find out the next time and tell me.
Yes, man, I will. I go and listen to you. Me hear your MUTA.
Yeah, man. All right, give time. That was a live broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh Tribute Concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Pulse headquarters in Kingston. Yes. My name gone in a Parliament. That's funny, man. That's really, really funny. But I'm glad to say here that Mr. Mianim is friend. You understand? Yes, Mianim is friend. Yes, I really appreciate Sleepy to say that. Yes. And I don't want nobody else call him Sleepy. I don't want to run joke in a Parliament and say, Sleepy, sit down. Because I told them I go on the Parliament, you know. Hey, you, shut up, sit down. Sir. Be here. This man Mackenzie. I tell you, this man Mackenzie, I tell you the truth. Me love your music, them. Me listen to you on Sunday, and me love your music, them. But me never know that's how you go out in a Parliament. Be here. This man Mackenzie show, I'll say, Hey, only tell him to go get him citizenship. Sit down. That's real. Nobody don't use the Rasta. A parliament, that you know. Anyway, I saw it go. I saw them thing to go. Democracy name. The man them sit down about an hour and a debate the difference between the word shall and may. 1 hour them a debate about if them should have used a word name shall or use a word name may. And me I say, wow. See the school picking them up there, so make them explain to them what the word shall is and what they explain. Because I have a whole school picking up there, you know. I said, see the school picking them, them child got shout up there, so tell me something. Why don't you get up and tell the difference between shall and may? Because I can't believe it's a big man around the country at back and forth over 2 words, shall and may. Anyway, that is that. And I don't know if I want to go back down to that place. Believe maybe I go when the Chinese them build up for them own. I look forward to the Chinese one, man. The Chinese one supposed to look nice. Yes, supposed to look nice with seat where you can stretch out your foot. Them kind of way there. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Until the kind of government we have by the road where we have some arms house road, so you know what that mean about the government, arms house government. We are call upon all the Australian them and all the British, well the English people them and the Canadian. If you don't want a little country for run, you know, you can't come down here, you know, because you don't have no citizenship for run it. The Constitution say from one is member of the Commonwealth, you can't come run the thing. So Crocodile Dundee, if you're still about the place, a terrible thing. Terrible, terrible thing. Crocodile Dundee, we need it down here from Australia to come run the thing. Calling James Bond 007 want a country for run, just come down here, you're a member of the British Commonwealth. We have Sanchez and I don't even know what I call himself nowadays in the Rasta. World boss, world king, world queen, I don't know what I call himself. So yes, this is the stepping razor, the art of war. We're serious, you know. But we say laughing is a healing. But we're serious because we don't want to cry and we don't want to so vex that we do things that go against, you understand? Certain things. Because we have all those intentions too, you know. We don't have the intentions, you know. We have the intention, but I know intention can carry you go to prison. You understand? We have a whole heap of intention in our heart. Because the way the things stay in a Jamaica, you have to have certain intention. Anyway, we want to talk to our Virgin here, his name. Well, we also Tremaine, we don't know. Last name. What's your last name, Virgin?
Spencer.
Tremaine Spencer.
D. Cara Spencer, actually.
All right. All right, now. You catch me interest, you catch my wife interest, and she was the one who said, listen to this story and see if it's not a story where you need to make Jamaica here. We don't even know if we have the length of time to talk to you about the whole of the story, but we want you to tell me how you become, why you're in Jamaica, how you become to be in Jamaica.
Well, you could say, I was given a voluntary departure to come back from the United States back to Jamaica. I was involved in a robbery that went bad. I did some time. I did 6 years in prison. And after my prison sentence, I was had to go to court for them to decide, am I eligible to keep my green card? I didn't want to go through all those matters of going back to court again and staying in jail longer. So I decided to say, hey, I would just go back to Jamaica on my own. So
you are a Jamaican then? You're a Jamaican?
Yes, I'm a Jamaican.
So what period of your life you leave Jamaica?
Well, I left Jamaica when I was 2 years old.
Okay.
A little bit less than 2 years old.
So all of your life and shaping of your behavior is shaped in America?
Yes. Everything about me is American.
Is American, but you can't vote.
Well, I could have voted before I left.
Oh, you could have voted?
Well, yeah, I got one vote in, actually, before I did leave.
Oh, you was a citizen?
Yes.
All right. So, what they do? They deport you?
Well,
I know what I call it deport.
Well, it was the process like a deportation, But I decided to come on my own.
Okay, you prefer to be here than there.
Yeah. So they give you that option sometimes.
You say it's a robbery gone bad. Explain the gone bad.
I was young. I was sitting at home. The people who came for me, I never knew them. They were older people than I was. I was 18. They were in their 30s. They decided to say they wanted me to pick up some weed for them. I had no problem with it because I was young and I smoked weed. So I was like, cool, I'll pick up the weed. So they took me on this mission, and a shootout happened. One of them was killed. The other one got away, and I was left with a gunshot wound. So I went to the hospital. Going to the hospital in America, you know, they will come and question you and ask you about where you were shot, what happened. I didn't give up that information, but the detectives, they were thorough. They didn't give, no leeway. So they came back, took my ID to the people that the crime happened, and they pointed me out, fingered me. They came back and charged me for murder. I was facing the death penalty of 54 years to life.
Hello?
Yes, you hear?
So all right. So is you that shot the man, or is somebody else?
Well, somebody else shot the man.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just there. So.
All right. So you decide to come home. Come home to who?
Well, I didn't know anybody. I always wanted to come to Jamaica. From seeing the Jamaican commercials on TV in America, you think Jamaica is a beautiful place because the commercials look outstanding. So everybody I knew wanted to come to Jamaica. That's American. So I always wanted to come, and I knew that I had some family here, but I didn't know them. Okay. But when I did come and the process came, I guess my mother probably called my auntie, and my auntie picked me up from the airport, my auntie, uncle, and cousin. I never knew none of them, but they took a wild guess, came to me and asked me, is my name Kish? And I said, yeah, I used to use that name when I was a little kid, and I just went with them.
All right, we could talk about the American part right now. You say you was 18. 18 a big man still, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you some man just come here and ask you, you did associate with the people them who come here.
I didn't associate with them, but there were, you could say, people that lived in a house that I was living in associated with them. Yeah. So I was living with some people.
But there must be a certain connection and trust why them ask if you go pick up ganja for them.
Well,
you don't want to say that on the radio.
Well, I figure more or less that I was there and they needed an extra hand, and I was able-bodied, and they looked at me, was like, oh, he looked like he can do the thing if it came down to it. So the person who they associated with, I don't want to mention the person's name.
No, you have to mention the name. You were talking about. But when I ask you, you see, it sounds like you don't want to talk, because what know that you can't just go to your yard and somebody else come to your yard and say, carry some herbs to me, and you say, okay, I'll carry the herb because you used to smoke herbs and things. There must be something more deeper than that.
It's not really much more deeper. It was just that simple. I didn't know the people, but the people who I lived with did know them, and they were involved in certain criminal activities.
Yeah.
And being that I was living in the house with them, they must have felt like I wasn't paying no rent, and they needed me to do something in order to pay them back for staying with them. So at the time, it was just pick up some herb, and I was like, okay, fine. If you just wanted me to pick up some herb, I don't have no problem with it.
So that was your first and last time to get at the other side of the law?
Yes.
And you end up back at Jamaica. How long were you there at Jamaica?
I've been in Jamaica 13 years now.
17?
13.
13. So what was it like when you just come at Jamaica? All right. So tell me what happened when you come at Jamaica first.
Coming to Jamaica, it was a new place for me. The sun was bright. It was a beautiful country. I pretty much say, I'm going to give Jamaica a chance. I've never been here before. So let's see how it goes. Being that I used to see the commercials on TV, I was just ready to go swimming and enjoy some fun, like I was on vacation. But after a while, when you run out of money and need money, you see stress start to come down on you. So I had to think about my future. So the first thing I decided to do was to go back to school. I enrolled in Hart. I did a course in data operation. And by going to Hart, that opened up Jamaica to me. It opened up the society. It allowed me to explore and know the different areas and the different ropes of Jamaica. So you could say Hart was a good opportunity for me.
Yeah.
So after going to Hart, I got a small job at the Ministry of Finance, where I also met more people and learned to, you could say, function a little better in the country. Getting jobs sometimes it's not always that smooth because I still have an American accent.
Yeah.
So the first thing people say to me, are you a deportee? You know, anywhere I go and work, are you a deportee?
Yeah.
So sometimes that's annoying, and over time, you know, it can really get to you. And sometimes it gets you angry, and sometimes some workplaces it ends up in arguments and fights simply because people want to run in and say deportee.
Yeah.
You know,
so was there any time when you tell them, yes, you're a deportee?
Well, no. No, because I don't really like the stigma of deportee. I don't really think that's fair.
Yeah, but you know what I mean when them say deportee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they automatically say, "Oh, you're a criminal."
Yeah, you're a criminal. Yeah. All right. So you've been here. You went to art. You get a job with the ministry.
Yes.
And what was you at the ministry?
Well, I was a clerk. I was a styling clerk at the ministry, and it went well. But there was a church sister. She was high up in the ranks, and she said she don't like me working there with her, and we go to the same church. She must think it would have caused her some embarrassment. I didn't think that was fair.
You and a church sister are work at the same place.
Yes.
And she said she don't like when you work there with her because
people will find out we go to the same church, and they would think that she got me the job. And it would cause her some
association, yes.
She don't, you know, she basically didn't want to give me a chance.
So what happened after? What happened? You leave the job or she leave you?
Yeah, well, I left the job at the Ministry of Finance and ended up getting a job at a veterinary clinic called All Pets Veterinary Clinic. I used to work alongside Dr. Maury.
Okay.
And she really taught me the field. She taught me how to deal with dogs, how to handle their different emotions, and how to deworm dogs. Yeah.
So over a period of what time you learned that? Over a period of what time?
You could say over a period of a year.
You learn how to angle the dog, them and thing?
Yes.
Okay. So you still work with him?
Well, I don't work with that particular doctor anymore. I left that job and ended up working at the JSPCA for about 3 years. Everything went well there. The JSPCA was a beautiful place to work. A lot of co-workers, I mean, we had a good time working there. It was a beautiful place to work. Everybody's beautiful. Sometimes you could say, but overall, lovely place to work. And after working there for 3 years, I really learned how to deal with animals, and I really felt comfortable with them. So I started my own business. I started to groom dogs because I feel like that's a way to make some extra money, you know, and I can.
So how long you started on your own? How long?
Well, I started grooming dogs now for about 8 years now.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah.
And it's been going good?
Yeah, it's very good. It's going very good.
Wow.
Yeah, it keeps me going, you know. I never have to beg nobody no food, and no money, nothing. You know, it keeps me going, and I'm proud of myself for doing it.
Well, I'm proud of you too, and I know a whole heap of ones out there must be proud, given that where you're coming from to where you is now, and you know, there's life after deportation, man.
Yes, there's a lot of life after deportation. I'm thinking about going back to school and probably becoming a nurse, a doctor if I can, you know. So being deported is not the worst things that can happen to you. You know, there's still life in Jamaica. You can start over your life again. You know.
Well, Marcus Garvey started over.
Yeah.
You know, as a deportee, Marcus Garvey started over, and now look at him now. He's a national hero.
Yeah, right.
Yes. So maybe one day you will be able to run in Parliament.
You want me to run in Parliament?
So, what you mean? They're Jamaican. You're Jamaican by birth.
Yeah.
For you're Jamaican by birth, you're Jamaican, you know.
Yes, yeah. Well, you have somebody in Parliament that's not a Jamaican now. So what's going on?
him trying to be, him trying to be a Parliament who's not a citizen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe I missed.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that? As a youth?
Well, it's a tricky thought to me because to me, Jamaica needs international support. We're on this isolated island by ourselves. We don't really produce that much.
But you mean not an international? You mean not an international person? Him born in Canada and him come to Jamaica, come live.
Well, he's a Canadian. Maybe he can get us some Canadian help. Maybe he can get some Canadian companies to come here and build and show a stronger.
That's what I said. Maybe we could have get crocodile done if you come here.
And James let the crocodiles come too.
And James Bond, you know,
smart people too. You know, in history, they say Australia was once a prison. Now look at Australia.
May I tell you?
Yeah. So
once a prisoner, look what the Aboriginal people them.
Yeah. You have some great minds out there. And
yes.
To me, Jamaica kind of lack on supporting the youth into pushing the development of their mind.
Yes,
You know, you have sciences. I mean, I don't see the country really support sciences and certain trades and fields that much or even push it like see abroad, you know. So I think the country really needs to up their interest in certain subjects and areas. But Jamaica, in all, is not a bad place.
No,
there's
definitely
a
not.
little bit of badness here, but it's not really that bad.
All right, let me ask you something now.
Yeah.
Doing the grooming of the dog, them.
Yeah.
You have any plans to open a place where you can employ other people and teach them to do that?
Yeah, I do that. I do actually, but I'm trying to build myself now. But there are a few persons who I've met along the way that showed interest in grooming dogs, and I gave them a few pointers and hints. But I plan to build me a facility and hopefully train some people how to groom dogs. And think about it, if you could learn grooming here and you're able to travel to the United States or Canada doing grooming, that's a new field for Jamaicans because those countries would need us to come. Instead of just helpers and farmers, now we can have groomers go and make money and come back and build homes for themselves, because in those countries, grooming is big, you know.
All right, let me ask you a question, because we have to go. But suppose you get the opportunity to go back a foreign, you not take that opportunity?
Of course.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
All right. Where you was? In California?
Yes.
Okay, you sound like a man from California, trust me. Your accent, so California-ish. Where in California?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, okay. They are the land of the angels.
Yes.
Well, Bridget, I'll tell you something now. You sound very motivating, and you sound like you have something in mind and an aim. And we hope so you just follow that and just go through with it. You know?
All right.
And we want to heal you up, and we know so my wife out there listen to you, and she really feel that, she feel you, you know? She feel you.
Yes.
And when she feels somebody, she really feels somebody.
Yeah.
Trust me, she don't itch when it come on to vibration. You understand?
Yes.
All right, so give thanks, Bridget, and I hope to see you again, yeah?
All right, I appreciate it. Thank
man,
you.
give thanks. Yes. Yeah, man, the Bridget come to Jamaica. 2 years while him left here. So Mr. American, him come here, deported and see it, you know, him a go on. You know, man say him want to turn nurse and all them something there. Him a go on. RFM now brings you a live outside broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh Tribute Concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Paul's headquarters in Kingston. DJ Amber again. DJ Amber.
Hey, MUTA, thank you so much for rejoining us. I'm here walking around in the yard and enjoying the selections, all courtesy of DJ Smurfy's playing the Peter Tosh tunes. We'll turn it all the way down for we want to hear it little. Yeah. All right, so we have the music going. We have people coming in, finding out what's going on. People can also get their tickets here at the Peter Tosh Museum for the music festival, which will be on Saturday. This is the launch of it, and as part of the launch, they're having school tours. They're also inviting the public to come on over. We got some people here, and you know, just really sharing it and going into the museum today. It's half price to the public. It's also half price tomorrow and on Sunday as well. And Saturday, for the whole weekend of Peter Tosh's birthday, it is all about half price to enter the museum. Now, there are many special guests which are invited to be a part of this, and the public as well. On Saturday, the music show is just going to be awesome with people like Marcia Griffiths, Freddie McGregor. There's also going to be a performance message also from Mick Jagger, who was a big fan of Peter Tosh, on screen, and lots of live performances. Now, I have with me a very special guest. He is a member of the band Who. For the rock and roll lovers, they will know. But this is Zach from the band Who. How are you, Zach?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Is it your first time to Jamaica?
No, it's my 5th time.
Your 5th time, and I get to understand that you're a lover of Peter Tosh's music.
I am, and his message, and we're here to make sure people know his message.
All right. How long have you been a lover of not just Peter Tosh's music, but reggae? Because I know Who has been around for some time.
Well, because I was into punk, right? And through punk and the Clash, I got into reggae, and so they brought me here.
Wow.
But we're really here to say happy birthday for Peter, you know. This is Shush, who's singing tomorrow.
She's going to be singing?
On Saturday night, yeah.
All right, are you...
Stand Up.
Okay, Get Up, Stand Up, that's the song you're going to do.
Roger, I'm going to do Get Up, Stand Up and Brand New Second Hand.
All right, welcome to Jamaica. Is it your first time?
No, I've been here 5 times.
Also,
yeah.
All right.
1, 2.
What's here? Big ups to you. So I see you're learning a little Jamaican, you know, how to deal with people and all of that. That's lovely.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, it's a beautiful country. The music, there is something special that happens here.
Of course, and we know it's going to be magical on Saturday night. You're also performing, Zach?
Yeah. I'll be playing Saturday night. We're playing 2 songs. One's a surprise.
All right, wonderful.
How did you?
She said it all. She said it all. That's okay though, because we want people to be excited to come. And you know, Peter Tosh really did reach out to a wide cross section of people like yourselves, people from Japan, Africa, and all over. Great message in the music. Now, looking out in the world, I know you see a lot of young artists coming up. Anybody you like? Any Jamaican artists?
I like Chronix.
All right.
I like the Roots. He's bringing back Roots. I like it. It's good. It's good.
And you?
I agree.
All right, wonderful. Well, guess what? I'm going to wish you all the best with the performance on Saturday and enjoy the rest of your time here in Jamaica.
Thank you, my darling.
All right, and big up to the Who.
Yeah. Big up to Peter Tosh. Happy birthday. Right?
All right, so there you have it. 2 friends coming over, especially for this occasion, really just sharing the love and showing the love for Peter Tosh. We have the students gathering now on the outside as part of the tour. It's a nice evening here in Kingston, so we're inviting people to come back, come on out and enjoy. This is the launch of something big. It's Peter Tosh's birthday celebrations. Then tomorrow it's all about the symposium at UWI. They're going to be talking about a wide cross-section of subjects. They have some great presenters on there for the symposium tomorrow, which includes Professor Carolyn Cooper, Jasmine Rand, and also Michael Barnett, Dr. Michael Barnett himself, who we heard earlier. And then on Saturday, it's all about the show. Great lineup: Luciano, Toots and the Maytals, Kimani Marley, Andrew Tosh, Queen Ifrica, Jesse Royal, and many more. We'll tell you all about them later on. So MUTA, I'm going to hand it back to you right now. We have our final link right after Cashpot. The museum is open, still half price from today to Sunday. MUTA?
Yes, Mama.
All right, later.
All right, you take up most of the program today, though, but I don't know nothing.
Me know you love me, it's all right.
Yeah, me come sit in one of your program on a Sunday.
Mother love that.
All right, Mama.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a live outside broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Paul's headquarters in Kingston, Trafalgar.
It's your choice.
Me, I tell you, music healing, you know, music healing, trust me. So, we know that Virgin a long time still, you know. A long time I don't hear from him, Jigsy King. You remember Jigsy King? Yeah, a long time I don't hear from him. In combination, you know, with Barry Salmon. This is the stepping razor, the art of war. We're there with you. All right, watch what we're going to do now. Change up the whole vibes, you know. Believe you me. Whole vibes will change up. Listen. You ready? All right. Me never ready. You ready now? Yes. The whole slave mill is grinding slow, but grinding still. Yesterday, Wednesday, Tuesday, the Jamaican Parliament voted everyone, no opposition, that Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, George William Garden, Sam Sharp, and Tachi must now be declared what you call now, must not be again criminalized on the books. Because, you know, they were seen as criminals by the slave masters, the British colonial system made them criminals. Well, we know over the years we have been lobbying for these things, and we see it come to the forefront, like many other things. That's why I tell you, say, we now feel like, say, not going to happen because we keep doing it and we just see it every day. We get up to see the things now change. We know that it change, but you hear the virgin say, the slave mill a grind slow, you know, but it a grind still. But we are going to make sure, say, that it stop grind. So when you hear we talk about certain things and keep saying it, sometimes we even said over and over that I want to go down and say, but why MUTA keep saying the same thing? Because that is what it is. Marcus Garvey show me that. Marcus Garvey tell me that. You can't just say something one time and done this up. Because if you don't see nothing happen when you say it and it needs to be done, you have to keep saying it. You know, it's like a terrible song where you hear on the radio all the while. You just keep a hear it and you start to say, we love that tune there, you know. I really that tune is a full song. So here we are saying now, we're glad to know that finally the government has awoken to this reality that these freedom fighters are not criminals. Because I hear Frank Phipps just say, the law is not necessarily right. And we see that in colonial times, that the law is not necessarily right. So we have to put things right, you know, and create our own space. As African people, we have to rewrite the history. Because the history that was given to us was washing our brains like our brains dirty. So we come to this understanding and we come clearly and we really say, give thanks that finally it is off the books that these people and not only the people them, but the people them who are associated with them is now no longer recognized as criminals. Now one might say, but that gone and that done, what difference that going to make? It make a difference in the historical records. And I'm going to tell you why it make a difference in the historical records. 2,000 years after a man named, according to the Christian thinking, a man named Jesus Christ walked upon the earth, so them say. And for 2,000 years, black people are look upon this European image that was given to us by a man named Michelangelo. Michelangelo was given the job to paint. For those of you who ever go to all the Sistine Chapel, well, I don't know where people go there, but we go there already and see the beautiful artwork that was done by this man that was given to do these things, to create an image. I want the people them listening because I'm going to shock the whole of Jamaica right now. I'm going to shock you until you can't get shocked no more, including young who sit on beside me or so. But we are lead up to the shock. You understand? All right now. This man named Michelangelo was given the thing for do a statue. Not a statue, an artwork of Jesus Christ. Just like how the art, the sculptor the other day, sculptor was given a authority to give a statue, a bust, a Marcus Garvey. By the way, we see them show paint panel one day. The other one, because to me personally, it never looked like him did again, but that's another story. But what Michelangelo did, as any artist would do, is to get a model for this thing. Him nobody just do it out of him head. Him get a model. And Michelangelo choose him relative as a model for paint the image of Jesus Christ. So from Michelangelo to now, the image where Christian have in them head, who them claim is Jesus Christ, is Michelangelo relative. Now think about it. For how much years now you have an image of Jesus Christ and is a man, cousin, uncle, we live in Europe, image you have in your head a pray to. All right, why is it significant and important? Because we will come to the nitty-gritty of the thing now. I dare anybody to tell me that what I am going to say now is not something that going to make them feel so weird and strange. That for years, and we can't say it now that them take off Paul Bogle off of the books as a criminal. But here we know. You see the image where Jamaican people have a Paul Bogle And if you don't believe what MUTA Baruka say, go up on your computer and look for a man named Jenkins, Thomas Jenkins. He was the first black man to have a patent in America because he invented the dry cleaning. He invented dry cleaning in America in 1821. And if you look on your computer and see a picture of Jennings, tell me who you say. Tell me who you say. What that mean? It means that the image of where we have a Paul Bogle over the years is the image of a next man in America named Thomas Jennings. When you don't believe what I say, I dare you to go to your computer and look for Thomas Jennings. I dare you to look on your computer and look for Thomas Jennings, who invented dry cleaning in America in 1821, the first black man to get a patent to do this thing. You know, so it's just here. I sure know it's just here now. What we think is real sometimes is an illusion. The picture that we had on the money representing Paul Bogle is a man named Thomas Jennings. The image and the money that they're going to discard soon is not the image of Paul Bogle. The family of Paul Bogle in Morant Bay has always looked at that picture and reprint that picture as Paul Bogle. It is not the picture of Paul Bogle. It is the photograph of a man named Thomas L. Jennings, who got the first patent in America because him design or him create what you call the dry cleaning in America in 1821. Now, why I say that to you? It's a long time I want to say it to you. But when I in a parliament the other day, I look on the people them inside it, you know, and it reminds me of the Roman, the what them call them, the forum in a Rome, when them used to sit and design and create laws and do all sorts of things. We're going to come back to it. We're going to come back to this argument. We're going to come back to it. But meanwhile, again, look for your computer and look who for Thomas Jennings, who for picture you see there. It's Thomas Jennings picture you see. It's not Paul Bogle. Click it. Okay, so we have go back now to this is the last league, right? All right. IRFM now brings you the live outside broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Paul's headquarters in Kingston. Over to DJ Amber. Yes, Mama.
Hey, what's up, MUTA? I know it would be much better if you were seeing me, not true? And that's why you feel the way you feel.
You listen to me that about a while ago?
Yes, me hear you.
say the picture of Paul Bogle is another man named Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jennings. Not Thomas Jefferson.
Wow.
Thomas you never hear me say?
Yes, the more you talk, the more famous you get.
Why you say that?
Because you tell people these shocking things.
Wait,
I'm going to go on and look.
You see Thomas Jennings?
No, because I was preparing for the link. I never did, but I am going to.
Go your computer and put in Thomas Jennings picture and see who for picture come up. And Thomas Jennings picture come up.
Boy,
but the picture is
right
familiar
now,
to everybody in Jamaica. Just like the picture of Jesus Christ where in our head for how much years now?
Oh God. Nobody got some MUTA. Nobody got some. Make we just
Thomas Jennings.
Make we stick on Peter Tosh.
Why you think me mention Thomas Jennings? Because we want to know say history has been very unfair to it if we don't understand what them do. Because we can't do it to them, you know, and we do the Thomas Jennings to them, you know. Them don't know how we do it to them. They know how we do it, but not that.
All right, MUTA, thank you so much for sharing that information. I am definitely going to look at the picture as soon as me done work. Right now I have here with me in this last link, I have three very special guests. First up, I have Mr. Fully Fullwood and his bass player for the Word Sound and Power Band, Peter Tosh's band. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and greetings.
Yes, glad to have you. Today is Peter's birthday. It's good to have you here. You being one of the members who traveled with him all over the world playing music.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Yeah, and his birthday too. Very important for me personally.
All right, tell me one of the best things you would say about Peter Tosh was.
Well, there is so much, but you know, I remember one story that we were at some place playing, and we before we go on stage, a lady came and said she wanted to do something with Peter, but she was afraid. I said, "What you afraid of?" She said, "Well, him looks so serious." I said, "No, man." So I go inside and I said, "Bush, the lady want to talk to you." And him say, "Yeah, man, bring her come." I'm going to go outside and say, "Come in." And I went out back. And long after she come back round smiling and said, "Boy, he's such a nice man." I said, "Well, see, don't be afraid." So
it was down to earth.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. Saturday night you're going to perform with the band.
Right.
After a while, you know, the band has now reunited.
Yes. Well, it's going to be one of those emotional feelings for me personally, because I mean, you know, I travel so much, and Peter is one of the best, for me personally, the best band leader that I ever have. One of the nicest, treat me with the utmost respect. So every time when I'm playing some of his music, it's something that very emotional to me, because the way
that you lived.
Yes, you know, right. So it touches me. So again, love him very much, you know. So I know we'll meet sometimes, you know.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much, and all the best on the show. Yes. I know you're going to do good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, one love.
All right, so that was the bass player for the Word Sound Power Band, Mr. Fully Fullwood. And joining me right now, I have artist manager and former manager of Peter Tosh, and a lot of other things behind him name what we can't get into right now. How you doing, Mr. Copeland Forbes?
Boy, it's a great honor to be here again to celebrate this great milestone, you know. And this one is a special one, you know, because within the band, we have with us this time Santa Davis, who was at the fatal night with Peter and still carried the bullet in his shoulder until this very day, you know. And Donald Kinsey, the lead guitarist, who was there with Peter and was there with Bob when Bob got shot too. So we have two very important people in the band that's going to be playing. Santa was coming with me, but he's now down the road doing a TV show.
All right, just like I asked Fully, tell me one of the things that you can remember that was a great thing about Peter, because I know there's many, but we don't have enough time. I use a man with one heap of memories.
But you know something, I won't put it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
The greatest moment with me and Peter is when just both of us together went to Africa for the first time, and we spent 4 weeks in the mountain of Benin. And that was one of the greatest experiences I've ever experienced in my life. I learned so much about our culture. He helped me to understand who we are, and until this very day is something that will never ever leave my mind. The African experience with Peter Tosh.
Wow, that was really a nutshell, and we can imagine what that was like. So Saturday night is the big show. Yeah. Tell the people them why they need to come out.
Well, Saturday night is going to be one of the greatest nights in music, because as we know, Peter music means a lot to every single one. We have some surprises, and everybody, I just finished the rehearsal, and everybody is on tip-top shape, right? And you're getting the real stuff, because these are all the musicians that played and toured with Peter over the 30 years. They have just come back together since last year after 35 years.
Wow.
And everybody's excited, everybody's revved up, and it's going to be a night to remember, and it's an event that no one should miss.
All right, thank you so much. Representing very well for Peter Tosh, Mr. Copeland Forbes. Thank you. Enjoy it Saturday night for me and you.
Okay. To miss is to this.
Aye. All right. And we're going to close out right now with our very good friend. We have here at Pulse, we have Mr. Cooper, who I spoke to first. So the first shall be last and the last shall be first. How's the day going so far? How do you feel about the launch?
It went very well, and it's been a pleasure having IRI FM here and having you here. And, you know, we've had so many people passing through and contributing in terms of giving their experiences with Peter and talking about the event. So it's been, and the music has been fabulous as well. So it's just been wonderful.
All right, thanks to Smurf for the music. Really doing a good job, and the people, you know, basically getting in spirit because the spiritual music Peter did. All right, I just asked Copeland to tell the people why they should come out. We know it's going to be a big night for you. Just want to wish you all the best for Saturday night. Tomorrow is the symposium at UWI, and then Sunday the road trip. It's quite a lot, and I know it's going to be fun.
Thank you very much. It means a lot, and it means the cementing of Peter's legacy. Yeah, there's been so much about Peter Tosh and what was so special, what made him the iconic personality that he has been and the influence he has been globally. And so since last year, it's been our pleasure to be able to have this resurgence and to work on that cementing of his legacy. And we won't stop because this has the potential to stretch across the globe.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Mr. Kingsley Cooper. All the best. All right, so this is my last link. Like I said, people, don't forget, it's half price on the museum all the way to Sunday, right, Mr. Cooper? To Saturday, he says. All right, so it's Peter Tosh's birthday celebrations launching here this evening at Pulse 8. Come on out and still be a part of it. Then tomorrow, the symposium. Saturday, the music show or the live show here at Pulse. And then on Sunday, the road trip to Belmont. Anyone can go on down to the Peter Tosh Mausoleum for that one. So it's his birthday. All the lovers of Peter Tosh music, go on out and celebrate. Happy birthday also to Marlene Brown, who's here, and she is someone who was very close to Peter Tosh, shared the same birthday as Peter Tosh. Lovely lady. Isis Miller is here too, by the way, MUTA, your sister, and she there is her birthday as well. Wow, and of course, yes, so Isis' birthday to them, I never realized either. So big her up, she's here enjoying herself. And big up my virgin Power at White River, is his birthday. So I want my birthday to them, MUTA. But you know, Smurf, they here play some music. We have Ricky and we have Irving. I want to thank them so much for the technical support. To the entire team as well for making this possible. All the Peter Tosh music lovers, this is your weekend. Don't miss it. Your ear what Copeland said, to miss is to this. All right, MUTA, I'm out. My name is Amber. Thank you so much for the time. All right.
Yes. That was a live outside broadcast from the launch of the Peter Tosh tribute concert at the Peter Tosh Museum, Pulse headquarters in Kingston. Remember, Saturday is a big concert. You understand? Big concert Saturday. Trafalgar Road, that is where the headquarters, that's where the museum is. Okay. It is the stepping razor, the art of war. So, we are telling about Thomas Jennings and how history. When we say certain things, people feel say it's like where we get them things there from. And we know, no care how conscious it is, if you think on Jesus physically, you think on a picture that was put there by a man named Michelangelo who paint him relative and give the world it as an image of Jesus Christ. And we are say, if you feel say that is not true, well, in our modern day, you know, me have show you something where is not true. And what is not true? The image that you have in your head of Paul Bogle is not Paul Bogle. It's a man who lived before Paul Bogle from 1790 and him dead in barn. Him named Thomas Jennings. A dry cleaning man in America. So, we just say that history sometimes is written for the person who want to put something across on you. Yes. And I can tell you about the picture too of Nanny. I can tell you about the picture of Nanny too. But I don't want to scare Jamaica too much. I don't want to scare them too much. They might call me to Parliament again, and I'm not go back. I'm not going in there back. I'm not going in there back unless I can go in there to address the Queen. That is how I will go in. If they invite me there to go back to address the Queen, I will proudly go back there. But given what I saw and experienced the other day, no sir, I would prefer go to a Vibes Cartel concert than go there and then go back there. Trust me. Yes. All right. This is really strange now. I could tell you about something else now. Where they're on the lips of everyone in America and right now. Man, it's like you have some man where I kneel down when the anthem I play in America. By the way, you see the clip with Donald Trump, where Donald Trump said, well, he's been to Puerto Rico and he has met the mayor in Puerto Rico and he has met the president of the Virgin Island. I mean, I say, he is the president of the Virgin Island. He is the president of the Virgin Island. Donald Trump is a sample. Donald Trump said he went to the Virgin Island, the U.S. Virgin Island, and met with the president Donald Trump is the president of the Virgin Islands. Sir. I tell you. Yeah. So some man decides to them now stand up for the anthem. You know, I still I feel I don't want to disrespect our national anthem, but I still I feel them you shouldn't go a movie theater and have to stand up when the movie has started by them play the national anthem. You go a theater for theater, you don't go a theater for go hear national. That not making no difference to the respect or whatever. What it does, it makes you feel annoyed. And I personally am very annoyed when I go to movies and people have to stand up for that. And if you don't stand up, everybody will look and you're like, yeah, you know? Yeah, like, you know, respect. Because you don't stand up. There's time and place for everything. The theater house is not a place to play the national anthem before the movie. What kind of madness? It's foolishness. It's foolishness. It's just foolishness. Anyway, the American national anthem, them call it the Star-Spangled Banner. No. A whole heap of Americans, including Native Americans, including black people, stand up and recite the Star-Spangled Banner. I want to read a verse out of the Star-Spangled Banner and see if it's something that we as black people should have respect. Because the whole, it never started, it wasn't meant to be an anthem, a national anthem, you know. It's like out of many one people. You think a Jamaican get that? American and motto that. Out of many one is an American motto, you know. It's not, I don't know how the people them in Jamaica who say them is fathers love America, so you know, Rasta. That them take everything from a, you know, a fall book. Them have Thomas Jeddan's picture up there. But I don't, young vex. Ignorance ability, young. We shouldn't tell you that. You shouldn't tell you that. Young vex, that's we're going to reveal that. Anyway. The Jamaican anthem is an anthem of prayer. It's like a prayer. It's solemn. I mean, you know, I don't agree with the wisdom from above. I have common sense. I have sense. I know so wisdom not come from above. Wisdom come through experience in life. That's how you get wisdom. You understand? Knowledge come through learning. Wisdom come through experience. Anyway, the Star-Spangled Banner was not written to be an anthem, but it became an anthem. And I'm going to read a verse from the Star-Spangled Banner and hear what it says. I'm going to start at, and where is that band who so vauntingly swore that the havoc of war and the battle's confusion, a home and a country should leave us no more. Their blood has washed out their foul footsteps' pollution. No refuge could save the islands enslaved from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. And the Star-Spangled Banner in triumph doth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. What we have a contention with here is that it is gloating over that no island enslaved must escape from the gloom of the grave. In other words, kill them. They mustn't escape from the grave. Their blood has washed out their foul footsteps' pollution. No refuge could save the islands enslaved from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. And the Star-Spangled Banner in triumph doeth wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is something that has been regurgitated in the consciousness of people all over America, including black people who foreparents experienced slavery. And the anthem that they must respect is saying that we must not let them escape. Kill them, those slaves. Kill them. They must not escape the flight of the gloom of the grave. And then them wonder why the people them say them now stand up. Because look upon the atrocities we are going on in America for a first world country. Every major killing by a police in America, the police get away. When a police, it's the weirdest thing, you know. Like, all right, you see the man who shoot up the place that day in Las Vegas, them still can't connect him to no terrorist group, you know, but them don't want to say that terror is a terror attack, you know. Because if it was a brown man or a black man, it's a terror attack, right? But him is not a terrorist. Him is just a madman who shoot up the place. So they have to get psychiatric evaluation to find out what he was eating, drinking, smelling, or tasting, to find out why he do these things. If it's a black man, you know, say them start to trace all him ancestry 5,000 years. All right. So when a police, and this is very serious, you know, when a police kill a black man in America, them start to investigate the past of the black man. The police kill the black man, you know, but the black man don't get investigated. We say, well, him know him did have problem when he was a child, and him get abused this, and you know him was a criminal, and him did rob some place 5-6 years ago, and them thing there. You see, if the gunman, if the black man kill the police or kill a white man, you think them ever talk about hey, it's a terrible place, you know? America one terrible place, man. The black man killed the white man, and the black man gone to prison immediately. Him wicked, terrible. The white man killed the black man. Them going to investigate the black man. You don't see it? Because them say the reason why the police killed the black man, you know, it's because of his mother, father, sister, uncle, brother, cousin, nephew, girlfriend did involve in something for the time there. The police ever involved in a lot, you know, more than him was, him did feel like him did under, you know, threat. Him was under threat. You saw the place here? Terrible place, you know. So, we really have to examine the national anthem, because we have out of many one as our motto, and them is for them own. It's for them motto. Out of many one is an American thing. Me hear Obama get up and say it. And repeat the out of many one, the American motto, and repeat it. And the Star-Spangled Banner that tell you, say, slaves, carry them to them grave. Don't make one of them escape. You understand? Not one of them must escape. So, me don't know if we are make trouble. Me don't know if we are make trouble. What is the purpose of these exercises? Is to show you how history set and things that we really feel say is the reality and the truth of these things. We have to investigate it and rewrite it. Just like we see the Parliament now rewrite history by saying these men is not criminals. That if people wonder why is it necessary and important, it's necessary and important based upon all the things that I have just brought forward. The Thomas Jennings picture, the Jesus picture, all of these things connected. The Star-Spangled Banner, all of them connected. The British thing where you pass your citizenship, if you belong to the British Commonwealth and you don't have a citizenship, you can do anything you want to do in terms of parliamentarian, this and that, and you can't go there. All of them things they connected. It connected to the slave master. The slave master. And me I tell you, say, really and truly, the slave mill is grinding still, but even though it a grind slow. Right, I think they're full of everybody belly too much today. Belly full today, believe you me. Here we go. We want to hear all the ones them who stay with me. We want to hear the fluffy diva outside, the operator. Chevrolet. She sounds like a champagne, a wine, Chevrolet, you know? Chevrolet wine, you know? I want, yes, fat diva. Not say fat. No, sorry, I never said fat. I did not say that. Fluffy diva. Chevrolet. Oh my gosh, man. You just gone, you know, the way there. We want to love young, who there with me, right through, not an inch. We want to help Sanjay. Who are yell up, well, I mean, I forget her name. It's so easy to forget people. Shamara, they roll me less and less, you know, I notice it. But me not say nothing. You know. Okay. Who are yell up? Who is my for yell up? Neil. Who are yell up? Neil. Yell Neil. Yes, I see you.